What's going on, everybody? John Grows here. How the hell are you doing? So let me just get the introductions out of the way. We've got a bean giveaway going on because I hit the 420 mark. Actually, I think I meant like 421, I think. But yeah, hell yeah. So leave some comments down in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and share to this. I'm probably going to do a video on Wednesday that will set the parameters for this bean giveaway. Now, I still don't know. Should I do 6 autos, 6 photos? Let me know in the comments down below. You know what I mean? Also, I'd like to thank all the people that are using my code at Coastal Mary Seeds. Use the code John Grows, all one word. It's going to save you 20% off your order. Can't beat that. They got their seeds, plus other breeders are also with Coastal Mary. So get in on that. But yeah, this video right now is going to be a versus video, synthetic and organic. You know what I mean? What nutrients would work better for you? You know what I mean? So let's get into this. I'm going to turn the camera around, right? And I'm going to get into this video. If you could, watch the video all the way through, please. I'd really appreciate that. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Let's get into this video, okay? I'm going to do the verses on this. This is synthetic. Lotus Nutrients. This is what I'm using in the Synganic, Organic, Synthetic lines. I'm using this Lotus Nutrients. But this General Hydroponics is also synthetic. Okay? So these two are synthetic. I got some Mills Nutrients around here. I might have thrown that shit out. Now this is Recharge. This is all organic. See, organics. Now, let's get into this. It's going to be a short video. I'm not going to show any of the girls because, you know, you show the girls and then the lube tube age restricts the shit and then you're like, get no views. And I got a bean giveaway, so I want to get the views on this. So if you could, like, subscribe, and share for me, all right? So let's get into this. Synthetics are obviously salt, man-made nutrients that is readily available for the plant right away. Organics need some time to break down, okay? So they're not as readily available to the plants. So with organics, you feed the soil, not the plant. With synthetics, you feed the plant, not so much the soil. Synthetics are right away, consumed right away, where organics is not. Takes about 2 weeks to break down. You know what I mean? That's why you have to add, you have to be careful with your timing with organics. You know what I mean? You have to, so earthworm castings, good shit. This is one of the mainstays of organics is earthworm castings, okay? I'm going to explain to you what this shit is for organics. I think organics is better for newbies because organics is a little bit more forgiving than synthetics. Synthetics, you can mess this shit up right away because it's readily available right away. Organics, not so much. Organics, you can get away without pHing. I still pH shit, even though it is organics, because all the microbes and shit in the soil will buffer the pH. I still pH my shit, though. You know what I mean? You can get away with it, I guess. In my earth box, I didn't really, aerate the water to get the chlorine out of the water. I mean, I don't have a lot of chlorine where I live. So my earth box, I just poured that shit in there right out of the garden hose. Yeah, so organics, it takes a little while to break down. So it's not as readily available. With this shit, you can mess this shit up real quick if you're not careful. You have to pH this shit. You have to use your ppm meter with this shit. It's readily available right away. So you can roast your plants if you feed them too much. You have to watch your ppm. You get something that looks like this, the ppm meter over here. You have to friggin' make sure. Yeah, see, focus. Of course. It should have an like right around. What? It's telling you. Whoops. Damn it, I just dropped the beans. Jesus God. Yeah, so this is readily available. You can mess up a lot easier with this than you can with this. I'm not saying that you can't do it. You can, but it's a little bit more forgiving. This takes time to break down, where this is readily available. So if you plants do get started showing deficiencies and shit, it's easier to correct it with this than it is this. But the deficiencies will show up slower with this than it will this. The general hydroponics is pretty good. I'm using the Lotus Nutrients, and they have the chart for you. Now, one thing about synthetics and organics, synthetics. This is all a synthetic chart. Here, I don't know if this will do anything for you. You can scan that. Okay. One thing with synthetics, you want to feed water. Feed water, you know what I mean? You want to be off and on. If you do feed all the time, go less. So like this is, let's see, grow. So you got a teaspoon, maybe go a quarter teaspoon or something, or maybe half a teaspoon if you want to water every day. You want to feed every day, you go less. I would still go less with synthetics, mainly because, see, it's the Lotus. They want you to buy their products. So, you know what I mean? If you feed by what the schedule says, you're going to go through the product a lot faster, and you're going to buy more. So I'd do a little bit less anyway. But I showed you the scale on this. The general hydroponics is okay. It'll grow you some dank. Most people, if they grow with synthetics, are usually starting with hydroponics. The general hydroponics. Just like most people, when they first started, they had the Fox Farm. But there's so much nutrients because more and more states are legalizing this that there's more and more shit coming out. So, but yeah, organics is pretty good for beginners, for me. I think, especially if you don't have the money to buy like a good Blue Lab pen, because some of the pens are like $100. You can't get good decent pens for $60, but yeah, a Blue Lab is going to run you about $100. A Blue Lab meter is probably going to run you $2, maybe $3, depending on where you get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, organics takes a little bit longer. Probably better for beginners. Synthetics, consumed right away. There's more shit to buy, though, with synthetics that you don't need with organics. Synthetics, you need a ppm. I would watch it, just in case you don't want to add too much shit to your plants. You can Google, I hate to say Google, but you can look up, right here. Happy Hydro. You want to go to a place, Happy Hydro. I'm going to show you. Now, take some pauses on this. Pause this shit. pH. With synthetics, you're going to watch your pH. There's soil, cocoa, hydro. You know what I mean? Soil, I'm usually with synthetics, I'm probably like 5.8 to 6.5. But you can go, there's what it is. Humidity range. Look at, dude, look at this. Pause this shit. If you ever wanted to know. Now, here's your nutrient range, ppm. This you're going to have to watch with synthetics. So, sap that. Oh, yeah. And then here you go. There's another code. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? So, if you have any questions, leave some comments down in the comment section. Hell yeah, got the bean giveaway. So I'm trying to hook the fans up. I'm trying to be as entertaining as possible and as knowledge as possible. You definitely, if you're gonna go synthetics, I like this Lotus Nutrients. Okay, you have Athena and Mills Nutrients. If you're a new grower, there's way too many moving parts to that. I'd stay away from that. You know what I mean? I just would. But if there's any other questions, leave some comments down in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer anything that I can, or maybe somebody in the comments can help you out. Peace.